is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? My beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self-defense of fitness. Don't rest the show.
My name is Matulu Olubala.
I'm Stick. Mike Flo.
It don't happen in a day, it take patience. Still every day is a challenge, but I'ma make it. A soldier don't run from the struggle, we embrace it. Don't worry what another nigga think, that's liberation.
My name's Michael. The world calls me Killer Mike or Mike Bigger. And I'm from my mama and daddy, and they had me in a neighborhood called Adamsville in Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm like 11 or 12, old enough to understand the shit that changed forever. They declared the war on drugs, like a war on terror. But what it really did was let the police terror.
In order to fight the powers that be, fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power.
Tell us about RAP, rap music. What is that exactly?
Rebellious African People's Music. I titled it Rebellious African People's Music because, you know, everybody's African because that's where life started, but rebellious African people is, when black people were brought here into this country, all you had as a form of rebellion was your voice. So in the tradition of wailing, in the tradition of gospel music, in the tradition of blues, early rock and roll, soul and funk music, what has always been our protest has been our voice. Whether it was Mahalia Jackson or Nina Simone, whether it was Buddy Guy or Little Richard, whether it was Confunction or the Barcades or later on Public Enemy, NWA, our voice has given way to our demands and our protests. So rebellious African people's music is in the line of what African music has done since the days we were brought here as captives, and that's to resist oppression through using voice.
Revolutionary hip-hop's all over the world, but most Americans are only stuck on themselves and only where they at. You know, we do a radio show that's on BAI and on rapstation.com. We have a segment called Planet Earth, Planet Rap, and every week that segment plays artists and rappers from around the planet.
I've always made songs that were reflective of that, the whole sentiment of rap music. I've always had those songs, but I felt like I needed to compromise or dumb down in order to be honest, just to reach black people. It's very hard a lot of times to get our people to understand that you can move your ass and your mind at the exact same time. That your ass can be shaken and your mind can be awakened at the same time. And it seems that when Tupac Amaru Shakur died, that our thoughts of revolution through music died with that. You know, I always have felt like Dead Prez should have been a 5 million or more selling group. I've always felt that we should have been behind them in a much bigger way. But I think fear has kept us from that. I even remember Lloyd Banks saying in an interview that he learned from Tupac not to be too revolutionary, just be dope, you know, as a rapper. And that always, it took me aback, but that fear is real. That fear is what a black man feels like when a cop gets behind him. So for me, I just got out of my own way, shaved off those songs that were trying to lull people in, and just got straight to the real raw shit.
Revolutionary but gangster is recognizing where we're at, you know what I mean, and that we live in a gangster world. It's a gangster system in place that tries to dominate people, you know, with muscle, with militaries, with ignorance, miseducation, you know, so that's the dynamic that we live in. So if we want to be revolutionaries and we want to make a change, but we're going to have to be gangster to get it, you know?
So I do think, and I know that since I've been trying to be whatever I'm going to be in life, and how I engage the people, I find like the elasticity of what the people are about changes, and it's like in different places in time and span. I don't feel like that there's a certain rubberness to the people that there was here in America maybe a few years ago. And that's not to take anything away from the people. I just think that we suffer from a lack of cultural maturity. We suffer from a lack of political education. We suffer from a lack of economic self-development. I mean, shit hard. So, but I see less elasticity. It's more more stiff. However, it's other places in the world where I see things are more as rubbery as hell. I go to Italy and it's open all out, retaliation against like a corrupt government. You know, Berlusconi was taken out of office by these people, and then the crisis in Europe when I went over there in Athens, Greece, and they're still in the ancient ruins out of the museums, because that's the new currency. You know, it makes me see, okay, well, there's room for change in a lot of places, and then there's certain places where they're not. So that's where I would like to add on to that part of the conversation about how the people, how I believe revolutionary people, until today. So
sing it with me. Keep on learning. That's right. It's soaking up game. We gon' make mistakes. We gon' go through something. Keep on growing.
But I think it needs to be a national push where we really kind of occupy the air, try to bomb the clear channels out of business, and make sure that they support 40% of local artists on their playlist, no matter what it is, pop, rock, soul, or whatever, and we really become vehemently angered and protest about the air.
Come on and dig it out here. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it.
Turn off the radio. Turn off that bullshit. Turn off the radio. Turn off that bullshit.